Awesome.
Well, NASCAR fans are gearing up for the next big race in the 2012 Sprint Cup Series. The Irwin Tools Night Race is set for Saturday night at the Bristol Motor Speedway, which is in Tennessee. Just 3 races left for drivers to qualify for this year's Sprint Cup Championship. Fans will be keeping an eye on driver Kyle Busch. 2 consecutive first-place finishes in the race in 2009 and again in 2010. He's a member of the Gibbs racing team. It's owned by NFL Hall of Fame coach, who joins us now from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for talking with us. Your team has won 3 NASCAR championships since you founded it back in 1992. You know, I think it's kind of unusual to be successful in sort of one sporting event and then switch to a completely different, and some might argue, completely unrelated sport, and be successful wildly in that as well. Why do you think it's worked for you?
So, thank you for having me on. Now, to be quite truthful, my secret is just this. Surround yourself with good people. Pick the right people. In football, if I pick the right football players, they make me look good. And it's the same thing over here in racing. So, hey, I love both sports. I'm here. I'm excited at being at Bristol here. M&M's is trying to make race day more fun. We're going to pick 4 people to get to sit in these lounge seats. It's going to be awesome. So I'm excited about being here this morning.
Coach John Berman here. We were talking here on the set about the difference between NASCAR and football, and Will Kane and I were trying to decide what's harder to deal with. Are football players harder to deal with than race car drivers, or race car drivers worse? Be honest with us now.
Yeah, so who's tougher, Tony Stewart or Charles Mann and Dexter Manley?
You pick that? I got to tell you, it's a toss-up. Here's what I've learned. Here's what I've learned. I've learned that one thing that never changes is our character, this character of people. And, you know, when you deal with football players or you deal with race car drivers, it winds up being complicated. Some guys wear their emotions on their sleeves. They're going to get you in trouble at different times. But I've found that it's exactly the same. Anybody's good in football, be good in racing. Anybody good in racing, be good in football, really.
I think
They're both teams.
I don't know Warren's hat we had on yesterday would fit in one of those little cars.
Doesn't seem likely. Doesn't seem likely.
That might be a problem. That might be a problem.
Let me ask you a question a little bit about football. How closely are you still involved? I mean, have you now moved on to NASCAR and this is your passion and you spend every waking moment focused on your drivers and being successful there? Or are you still sort of in both worlds?
Yeah, I got to tell you, if you're involved in NASCAR as an owner, I got both my boys, JD and Coy, are in racing with us. We have a motocross team. We're full-time, non-stop. Okay, trying to keep our race team and everything pointed in the right direction. We're in a battle. We're coming down here with 3 races left, trying to get in the playoffs with Kyle Busch and Joey Logano trying to win a race. It's fun for me. It's exciting, but I'm kind of consumed with NASCAR. This is where I spend my time.
It's really the ultimate reinvention, isn't it? I mean, reinventing careers. I mean, that's excellent. What are the similarities for you?
I told people, you wouldn't believe it, I was worried to death about coming to NASCAR, something I had no experience in. And when I came over here, people would walk up to me and they'd say, "You're not going to believe this." And I'd say, "Yes, I can. I've already gone through that in football." and it winds up being exactly the same.
That is so
Somebody
funny.
stole our coffee one morning when I was at NASCAR. And in football, I used to sleep in the office. I went in one morning and they're looking around, somebody stole the coffee.
You mean literally?
We found one of the players that made $600,000 a year walking out the door with the coffee the next week.
So it's literally exactly the same.
Fast forward to racing. I'm in racing about 2 years. One morning I went in, I don't sleep at the office. I went in, I'm looking for the coffee, and the secretary walks around the corner. She goes, "You're not going to believe this." And I said, "Yes, I will. Somebody stole the coffee." So it's exactly the same. Everything's the same in both sports.
Literally the same. That's so funny. Gibbs, nice to see you. Good luck. We look forward to hearing some good news from you about your racing, your drivers. He, of course, is a NASCAR championship team owner and a former NFL football coach joining us this morning.